LinkedIn and YouTube, X and Twitch. I'm actually not streaming a live stream because I'm streaming to Facebook this morning because of a slight glitch with the Restream app here on the phone. It's actually not an app; it's just a browser. So, in case you're wondering who the heck is this guy in front of a Dunkin' Donuts, looking a little bit gruff and a little bit road worn. My name is Frank Lavinia. You can catch me at franksworld.com, datadriven.tv, franksworld.tv, as well as impactquantum.com. So, about 8-9 years ago, I after a series of just really bad personal and professional setbacks, including a medical one where I had a severe concussion, I found myself out shopping on a Black Friday, and I was pondering the creation of a new podcast. This is before I think he even reached out to Andy Leonard about this. Shout out to my brother from another mother, Andy. Hope you're having a great Thanksgiving weekend. So, was trying to think of the name podcast, and that's when I was getting a cup of coffee. Of course, folks know me for my love of coffee, and I was at a Dunkin' Donuts, not this Dunkin' Donuts, because in the years since we've moved, and it would be maybe about an hour or so drive there and another hour back, but same state. So I was online waiting for something, and then I saw. Now I've noticed a lot of Dunkin' Donuts don't have this anymore. The handles where they have the D's on them, right? So a lot of people give me like what is this guy doing? Totally used to that, by the way. Anyway, and my teenager insisted that we park like a lot away so I wouldn't embarrass him. It's okay. I'm fully capable of embarrassing myself. In any case, hey, get a wave. So anyway, if I'm out shopping on Black Friday, I always like to stop and acknowledge kind of how far I've come. No concussion this year, thank God. Concussion has had no long-term effects, but that day, the reason why I pointed out is because I realized Dunkin' Donuts and I don't know, I just like alliterations, Dunkin' Donuts, data driven. So when I saw the 2 D's on the handle, I was like, because I couldn't think of the name for the podcast, and for the longest time, not the longest time, but for like a couple of weeks, I knew I wanted to start a podcast again. I didn't want to use the Frank's World branding because that was kind of like a different thing, and I wanted to have it, I want to have a co-host, right? And at the time, I had kind of Andy in my mind, but the point of this was, because Frank's World, I could never really get a collaborator on Frank's World because obviously my name's in the title, and it really is, I wouldn't say exclusionary to everyone else, but it's not exactly inclusionary to everyone else. So I wanted to come with a new brand, completely different, completely separate, related but separate. And that's when I couldn't really think of a name. Couldn't think of a name for a good thing, right? There was already This Week in AI, ML. My battery's like super low, so this stream may be cut short. So I came out with Data Driven right after seeing the 2 door handles. And for those who are wondering, it was in Gaithersburg, Maryland. And that's pretty much it. And because I had a concussion, I didn't want to rely on my memory. So I repeated the term data driven for the next 45 minutes till we got back to the house because we were still, out shopping. So with that, I wanted to wish you all a happy Black Friday. And I'm going to end the stream. And I have to go somewhere, probably indoors. It's 2. So yeah, not the same Dunkin' Donuts, but close enough. Anyway, you have a great one, and talk to you soon.